Holy cow, that raspberry coulis takes it to a whole another level. That is amazing. For the raspberry coulis lemon bars, we're gonna start off with the raspberry coulis first. So you need to have a saucepan, such as this. You want 12 ounces of raspberries, add them to your pot. My pot was already on, by the way. Can you hear the sizzle? Oh, they smell good already. To this, you need to add 2 to 4 tablespoons of sugar. We're gonna start with half. 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. 2 teaspoons of water. Go ahead and mix it all together. So what it's gonna look like, remember I already had my pan pre-warmed. Put it back on the stove. Once they start to cook a little bit more, we're gonna mash them down. We want them to fully mush. Get it back on. To start with the crust of the lemon bars, you'll need 1 cup unsalted butter melted. See the meltiness? Yeah. To this, we're gonna add a half a cup of sugar with a half a teaspoon of salt. 2 teaspoons vanilla. Give it a mix. Mix it all up. Little mixy time. Mixy. You guys, I love lemon bars. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been on a kick of lemon. Lemon. I like lemons. Luckily, so does my family. To this, you're gonna add 2 cups of flour plus 2 tablespoons of flour. The recipe will be down below in the description, just in case you need it. Mix all this together. It's gonna be super thick, you guys. We're making a shortbread crust. Make sure you have your oven preheated 325. I started that before I did this part. I forgot to tell you. Classic Brandy. See how much that thickened up already? We want it nice and thick. That's perfect. Get yourself a 9 by 13 baking dish like this. We want it lined. I use parchment paper. Always crumble it up. Make sure it fits. And I also slit the sides. You see how they're all that way? And I'll show you why. When you lay it in, they're going to tuck over because we want a little bit of overhang. That's perfect. Let's do the crust, shall we? See this? Get this and here. I know what you guys are thinking. Show you the bowl. You know how hard that is? I tried to do that last time with the zester and I did it all backwards and I looked very special. Press this out. You want a flat layer. And remember, it doesn't have to be too pretty. It just needs to look like that. Oops, it's gonna slide out. I know, I should have done better. Kind of like that. Once your oven's preheated, you want to throw it in there. My oven's preheated. We want to put it in for 20 to 22 minutes. You only want to cook it enough until the sides are lightly browned. So let's go ahead and put it in, and then we're going to check our coulis. This is how our raspberry coulis is looking. Let's get it and start smashing them. While this continues to cook, make sure you take a little bit. Remember, we only used half of the sugar. We're gonna wanna taste it to see if it's still too tart. We're pairing this with a lemon bar, so we don't want everything to be tart, but we also don't want it to be like tart, sugar. We want it's a fine line. Also, to make a coulis, you're gonna need a sieve. Make sure you grab one. We have to strain out all these seeds because nobody wants to be picking them out of their teeth. Okay, see how I smashed everything down? I think for right now, we're gonna try that. See how it's tasting. Oh, wow. That woke up the taste buds. Holy cow. We're gonna need to add the rest of that sugar, you guys. Remember, we did half, so this is the other 2 tablespoons of sugar. Add that in there because she needs it. Holy cow, she is tart. Mix it. Let's put it back on the stove to let it continue to break down and get all goodies. While our crust is still in the oven baking, let's start with the filling. So, You want to sift your flour and your sugar, and you're gonna need 2 cups of sifted granulated sugar with 6 tablespoons of flour. Combine that. To this, you're gonna want 6 room temperature eggs. Let's get cracking, shall we? Now let's mix this together. Break those eggs up, mix. Once it's all combined, it should look like this. To this, add 1 cup fresh squeezed lemon juice. 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. Now I zested all 4 lemons that I juiced, so we're just gonna measure with my heart. We'll make it zesty. Mix it. Woo! Sorry, that was, I got a little overzealous, you guys. I know what you're thinking. Me, overzealous? Almost sounded like SpongeBob. Should we make Krabby Patties? Oh my gosh, you guys say in the comments if you want to make Krabby Patties. It was a crazy segue, but I'm here for it. You know, one thing that's been on my mind if we're going to be sitting here mixing for a little bit, 4th of July is right around the corner. Do you guys got any ideas for some videos or something you want me to try? It can be crazy, it can be boring, it can be off the wall. You hit me up. I'm down to do whatever. Well, cooking, whatever. You guys get your minds out of the gutter. I'm married. Anywho, so continue to mix until everything's combined. Our crust should almost be done. Continue to mix. Let's check on our coulis, shall we? Let's move this to the side. This is how our coulis is looking at this point in time. She's looking really good. Nice and thick. I think our next step for this is gonna be getting out the immersion blender and blending her all the way down. Get the immersion blender and get ready to blend. I'm gonna have it on turbo mode, shall we? Note to self, be careful, liquid is hot, it will splatter. That hurt. With the coulis, grab your sieve now and just start putting it through. We should probably get a spoon. And this will help catch, since we just pureed it, don't put it all in there. It'll help catch all those seeds, because then what we're gonna be left with is a nice silky raspberry coulis. It does take a while, I know. This is where patience come in. But it will go all through and you'll be left with nothing but seeds. By the way, before I did this, I checked on the bars and they needed a couple more minutes. They weren't quite brown, so I put on 2 more minutes. Yay! You guys, this is a long process. I guarantee it's gonna be worth it, but I gotta take a break because we're gonna check on the crust. Oh yeah. Ouch. I don't know if you can see those, but that's exactly how you want it to look. It should be slightly browned around the edges. Then you want to poke holes in the top while it's still hot, not all the way through, just very lightly. This is going to help all of that nice little lemon custardy that we made to go right on it to help it adhere to the crust. So just go around, make little pricks in your dough. All right, and just like that, I prick it on up. Grab our lemon filling. You want to dump that right on top when it's still hot. Get every last bit in there. Perfect. These go back in the oven and they should be cooking for about 22 to 26 minutes. You want to do the jiggle test before you think it's done and give it a little jiggle. Boop, boop, boop. And if it doesn't have too much, then you know that it's done. It should also be lightly browned along all edges. So let's pop her in. Set a timer for 26 minutes. Actually, I'm going to do 22. Do 22. Right, now that we have ran all of the raspberry coulis through the sieve, this is what you're left with, you guys. This is the actual coulis itself. Now, let this sit on your counter for a couple hours, let it get to room temperature, and then you stick it in your fridge until ready for use. So it should be refrigerated for about 1 to 3 hours, depending upon when you want to use it, or overnight is fine. So we'll just set it aside for now and we'll come back to it later. Okay guys, after 26 minutes at 325 degrees, our lemon bars are done. I did do the jiggle test. There's just a little, and that's how you know they're done. So you're gonna wanna pull them, let them sit out for just a little bit, and then you're gonna wanna take them out completely and just set them aside. So just give them a little bit to cool down inside. Now, if you do the trick that I did with cutting this paper, I went a little too deep and she sunk out the sides. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I just have a little bit of less lemon in them bars. But let it cool down and we'll take it on out, and then we'll check back in with you later once everything's fully cooled to enjoy, because these have to sit for 2 hours and 15 minutes before you eat them. All right, these bars have been cooling for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Yep, 2.5 hours. This is what they look like once they're cooled. I took everything out, put them on an upside down cookie sheet just so it had a better area to sit on. The coulis I took out of the refrigerator. As you can see, that was also nice and chilled. Now, you guys, it came to the part of the video where we get to try it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, get yourself a plate to put your lemon bar on. I have a knife to cut everything and a spoon for my coulis. I think we're ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, wait. Okay, I'm done ready. I'm gonna go now. Okay, now that piece is cut, let's drizzle on a little bit of our coulis. Oh, is she thick? We'll just do that. No drizzles needed. You guys, what do you think? Isn't that pretty? I can't wait to dig in. If you guys could hear this right now, I think our neighbor's having a techno party. But they have a techno party. We have raspberry lemon bars. Okay, let's try it. That's ridiculously good. Like, better than I expected. Holy cow, that raspberry and coulis takes it to a whole another level. That is amazing. That raspberry coulis is nice, silky, delicious. There's no seeds in there, so it's just so smooth. The lemon bars are tart, but not like overly tart, and that shortbread crust is so, everything is baked up delicious. Oh, it's not too sweet, it's not too sour, it is amazing. Why don't you go give it a try? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. I'm gonna eat this now. I'm just kidding, I'm gonna go, bye. All right, guys. Now, after 27, no, it's not 27, it's 26. Ugh.